Hello everyone, and welcome back to 4KB Shorts Let's Play of Kerbal Space Program, Kerbal Space Adventures. Now, in the last video I did say we were going to the moon. I also said we weren't going to do more anomalies. Ha, once again I have lied to you. And not because I'm mean or anything, but honestly because I realized that if I start cutting corners now, I'm going to start cutting corners later, and that's just no good. And you know what? We came to explore, and we're going to explore, damn it. So there are two anomalies specifically that I would very much like to explore. The one, okay, now, one says that there's an anomaly in the desert, a what's the word I'm looking for? Monolith-shaped anomaly in the desert. And I took a look at the map, and the desert's over this way. This is not the desert. The desert's over here. Also, we have the other KSP, right? KSC, excuse me. Our Kentucky something chicken. Anyway. Yeah, we have the KSC because that's there. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take off. We're using the same balloon. I was going to change up the balloon design, but this balloon design is very efficient. It's very stable. It works very well, and it doesn't cause any graphics errors or explosions, which has been happening on other designs I've tried to build. So we're going to stick with this design. And speaking of which, let's just go ahead and open it while I talk. So we're going to go ahead and head over this way, and we're going to try to find our desert anomaly, because there's apparently an anomaly in the desert, and I believe that's over this way if the map was correct. And then, of course, we're going to go see if maybe we can check out the other KSC. So very quick, very forward, very to the point. So without further ado, I guess we can go ahead and take off. We're at 0, but we can go plus a little bit, say 1 meter a second or so. Something like that, yeah. And we'll just release. Whoa! Yay, hello, okay, there we go. And then we'll just start forward. Although in this case, forward is north. And we don't want to go north. We want to go west. So we want to head, not that direction. We actually want to head basically almost straight this way is the direction we want to go. So we will head in this direction. And how fast can we go at this height? So about that fast we'll start to slowly drain us. Well, while we're here, let's go ahead and raise up, because this thing can get up to like almost 10,000 feet. And at that height, the battery power is so efficient, we can get up to 65 meters per second. We absolutely can. It is so totally awesome. So we're just going to initially take off. We got some debris over here, and I'm not sure. What is that? Test module debris. That's some old debris we got over there. I need to clean that up. But yeah, we can get up to almost 65 meters per second. Look, we're already going like 31.4. That's DEMV speeds right there. So because of that, and because of how fast we have to go and how far we have to go, it's a very far trip. I mean, even up to here took like 2 hours, and then up to here took like 5. So going over to here is going to be like 3, I think. But because of that, we are going to go as high as we can. And then as well as going as high as we can, we are going to I guess go as fast as we can. So and to introduce our pilot, we have Melgan. Melgan came back. He wanted to be our pilot today, so he is our, well, no, excuse me, he is our not our pilot. I forgot. In this one, the pilot's on the right. So Melgan is our science officer. So Faramee has decided to be our pilot this time. So we have switched out our Kerbin a little bit. We have Faramee and Melgan rather than Melgan and honestly, I cannot remember his name right off the top of my head. You know, he's in the last video. Yeah, so we have Faramee and Melgan. They're going to be our Kerbin for today. So we're going to head over here. We're going to check out these two anomalies. That's going to be today's trip. And then when we're done with that, then once we're done exploring Kerbin thoroughly, and I'll say thoroughly because most of these other anomalies are monoliths. Well, I cannot remember that word. I do not know why. But yeah, most of these other anomalies are monoliths, and we know that. We're not interested in monoliths. So I will get us closer to here. Now, once again, so I'm not boring for you guys, as soon as we find something useful or awesome or new or different, I will come back and be like, oh my god, guys, you cannot believe what just happened. But until then, I will see you guys closer. Alright everyone, just a little bit of an update. We have crossed our first large body of water. It wasn't really any more than an inlet, but we did cross it. And because we crossed it, it's now time to bring ourselves down to landing for a quick save. I was going to say a recharge, but we've already recharged just coming down from how high we were. We were up at 8,000 meters, or 8 kilometers, as you might say. So because of that, it actually doesn't, it took really that long to come down, as well as to recharge our battery. So, you know, kind of a combination of both. But we are coming down. We are coming down to save. We could really just drop the sandbag, let the sandbag hit the ground, and that would be enough to touch ground to save. But I kind of want to bring the sandbag down, all of us down, Kerbals down, everybody down, specifically for the purpose of coming to a stop, coming to a landing, and maybe getting out and taking a bit of a walk, perhaps. Oop, bump, bump. I'm getting a little bit better at this, as you can see. Getting a teeny tiny bit better at bringing this thing down to a nice semi-soft landing. Not 100%, mind you, but close enough. And there it is, and we'll go ahead and turn on our light. And it's really nice to have that light there, because even during the day with the sunlight above, a Kerbal could trip and break something, honestly. And we'll let Melgan get out and have an EVA. Whoa, whoa, strangeness. And Melgan will get out and have an EVA, and he'll stop here, and he'll stand at the little light and be happy and say, "Hi, everybody," waving his little Kerbal way. Yay, hi. Okay, so yeah, we're just gonna stop here and save really quick. And we'll do that, and then we're gonna get going again, because so this is our first desert. Melgan has never seen sand before. He's super excited. Oh my god, sand! It's like moon dirt, but it's yellow instead of gray. That's awesome. But we're halfway to our destination, so and it's only been about an hour, so we're making really good time. But because of that, we're going to head back up to the 8,000 meter mark and put these babies on full throttle again, and mosey our way over to our next anomaly check, and right there in the middle of the desert. So me and Melgan and Faramee will see you when we're much, much closer to our destination. Alright everybody, here we are. If you can see this has just appeared in front of me. It is a line. It looks like a glitch. There's also something down here, and according to our node, we are above, directly above or very close to our anomaly, and I think this is it. So because we are at 8,000 meters, we are going to have to bring ourselves down rather quickly. There's about 1,000 meter difference between the ground and where we are, so now this is going to take a little while. So what I have to kind of do, and this is really silly, is I have to kind of like check my arc, because as we come down we will be using more battery power as we lower, because our thermal generators will not be generating as much power. So because of that, we're actually going to bring our speed down. Now if you notice, I was up there at about 69.5, I think is the maximum speed this thing can do at that height. Really awesome speed, if you ask me. That's twice as fast as a Duna cart or a DEMV. Yeah, I'm fairly certain that's what we're looking for. So let's go ahead and turn closer towards a little bit. There we go. It does take a little bit to turn, especially when you're going fast, but luckily it auto-corrects very easily. I really do love this balloon. It's designed very well. I can't believe I got so lucky on the design, but I really did. Alright, I guess we could turn our lights on. Oop, that's not the right one. That's the right one, but we can turn this one off because we have that one set to something else. So there we go. Turn those off. Turn those on. The sun's like right in our face, but that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, see, the thing will begin to turn back towards where it's actually where its velocity is. So you kind of have to force its velocity a different way. Not unlike flying in space, really. How you have to burn kind of at an angle to the direction you're heading in order to go in the direction you want. And from the looks of it, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 rocks or pillars or something, and then a rock here and a rock there, or something big like there, like buildings maybe? I don't know. We'll have to find out. Unfortunately, the sun is going down, and unlike at the North Pole where we were the last time, the sun doesn't stay up for 6 months. Unfortunately, it does actually go down, and we did reach this destination at about Kerbal nighttime. So we are coming down. Gonna have to keep coming down. It's gonna take us a little while to get down there. I don't know how long it's going to, probably about a minute or two. Oh, it's going to take us a minute to get down there. Oh, God. Kind of debating on whether or not I should cut and then come back, but I don't want anybody to miss anything. Don't want it to be like, oh, we missed it. Oh, look, we get a better view from here. What is that, Fermi? What do you see there in front of us? I don't know, man. It's scary, whatever it is. That's right. Alright, kind of center us out. Very interesting design. I really do love this design, and this is a great little cockpit module thing for this type of design. I really do enjoy it. The two-man balloon, all of that. Maybe not as great as Around the World in 80 Days balloon, or oh, what was it? There's another Jules Verne book story about a balloon going to Africa, or the deepest part of Africa, or something like that. And I cannot remember the title off the top of my head, but it has all this information about this balloon that's supposed to go to the middle of the desert to find the source of the Nile. Ooh, because that was a big thing back then, was finding the source of the Nile. Of course, I don't think anybody ever did. The Nile really doesn't have a source. I think it just comes from different places. I don't know. I don't know that much about the Nile. I just know that it's really, 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 really long, and it's in Egypt, so. Alright, we're at 4,000 meters. Hey, this isn't bad. We're actually coming down at a pretty good angle. Taking a little while. I do apologize for that part. Most of our video is going to be descent time. We didn't only have to make the one pit stop, though. We did cross. We came all the way across here, and then we crossed this ocean. It's not really an ocean, a sea, I guess. I don't know what you would call this, whether it be a sea or an ocean or an inlet or a tributary or something. Lots of different geographic terms that I have no idea what they are. So we did cross this section. We landed here for a pause. And then we crossed this section. And then we crossed a crap ton of desert. And now we're here at whatever the hell this is. at this platform for alien spaceships to land, which our friend up north must have missed. That's what happened to him. He overshot his landing zone. Kind of looks like a giant turtle. I mean, that's what I think it looks like. You know, I'm not paying any attention to my height. I might be smashing into the ground as we speak. I'm not even paying attention. So we're at 1,800 kilometers. Okay, so yeah, that's not bad. It's not as high as 2,800 kilometers. There is about a 1,000-meter difference, or 1 kilometer difference between sea level height and actual height. So this is about 1,000 meters up. Who could have built such a wonderful thing so high into the mountains? Kerbals from the past. Kerbals from the past were dumb. They didn't know science. It was aliens. That's right, it was aliens. We have a spacecraft to prove it. We found an alien spacecraft. That means everything we find on Kerbin is alien-based. I don't know. I'm just kind of burning time on the way down. It's dusk. Unfortunately, we arrived at dusk. There's no way to tell what this is now. Oh, noes. Actually, there really is no way to tell. I mean, it's bigger now, but I'm still confused as to what it is we're looking at. Okay, we're still coming down at about 20 meters a second, and we're at 600 meters, so we're going to slow that down a little bit. We're going to slow this down a little bit, too. Alright, we're almost right over the top of it, so let's go ahead. Is that a cowboy hat that I'm looking at? I see a tower there. Okay, so it's a bunch of flat stuff. Oh no, okay. Oh, I see. It's more of a pyramid. Okay, let's go ahead and reverse our engines. That'll slow us down a little. Okay, so it's multiple pyramids. I see what I'm looking at now. It's multiple pyramids, not just one. Okay, let's go ahead and kill our engines. We're going to bring ourselves down a little bit more. I don't know how fast we should drop. Probably about 10 meters a second, maybe. Alright, and then reverse our engines and speed up, so we'll slow down. Alright, our horizontal speed, vertical... Okay, so our horizontal speed is now down to 2 meters a second. It looks like we're coming down somewhere south of the pyramid. Oh, there's a statue there. Yeah, there's a statue there. We'll land near the Kerbal statue. I think we'll land there. That'll be a good place for us to land. So we'll arc forward a little bit. We're down to 200 meters. Oh, our lights have finally struck. There we go. Happy lights. Okay, let's slow ourselves down again. 2, 1. Alright. And we want to zero out before we hit the ground because we're at 100 meters. Ooh, oh! It's King Tut Kerbin. That's what we're looking at. I thought it was an alien there for a second, but there's the eyes and the mouth and what looks like a goatee going on there, and he's got his funny little hat. So we'll bring ourselves down. Unfortunately, it's nighttime, although that is kind of cool that we have arrived. It's an odd glitch there. I think that's from where they broke the ground in order to set this down. So you do get an odd leak in the map. Let's see, how far are we? There you go. Okay. We are 32 meters from the ground. 31. 20. Okay, we'll slow that down and we'll drop this down a little bit. Oh, that's the wrong way. I always do that. I always go the wrong way. There you go. And we'll bring ourselves down a little bit more because we are going to have to plop this thing down before we hit the dirt. Oop, 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 oop. 5 meters. 3, 2, ground. Found ground. Oh, whoa, whoa. Alright, so we're going to bounce a little bit and we're going to come down again. Come on down. I like how his statuetteness like blends into the other. Okay, we'll bring it down to about 7 meters. 7 meters per second is where buoyancy meets rock. So 7 meters per second should keep us on the ground roughly where we're supposed to be. Alright, there we go. So make slow to save. And we'll quick save. There we go, quick save. And then we'll turn on our rear light and extend our ladder. And Melgan is our science guy, right? Yes, Melgan is our science guy. So Melgan is going to EVA and he's going to explore. Come, Melgan, explore with us, friend. Teach us the way of the Kerbals. Turn on your headlamp so you don't trip over the rocks. There you go. And pardon that noise out there. 1 second. Off to the rescue they were. Alright, so Melgan's going to go over. Unfortunately, I can't really thrust up, and we did lose most of our light, but here is a giant Kerbal statue with a funny Kerbal hat. And lots of pyramids. Look at that. We got 4 pyramids there, and then the other 2 on the other side, and all sorts of fun stuff. And these things are huge. Look how big this thing is. This statue is ginormous. It must be like 15 Kerbals tall, if not 20. 20 whole Kerbals tall. How could they have built such massive stone structures? They had massive whips, Rima. Massive whips. Some red dwarf for those of you who may not know. For those of you who do know, you're welcome. For those of you who don't know, go check out red dwarf. So yeah, we have stone pyramids here on Kerbal. Probably the only indication of other Kerbal life. Unfortunately, like I said, I guess our alien friend may have come to help them build it, and then he got lost in a snowstorm and crashed his spacecraft to the north. So there it is. I will say that I know for a fact that these, for now, at least, as far as I know, as far as I've studied and researched, these are the only 2 non-monolithic shaped anomalies. There it is. Now I know the word monolith. I forget the word anomaly. So these are the only non-monolith shaped anomalies on Kerbal, and because of that, they will be the only 2 that we will be visiting. But it's nice that we did visit them. Totally awesome. I guess I did say we were going to head north to the other KSC. I suppose that we could do that as well. So let's go ahead and lift off the ground. And we'll tuck that away. That's so awesome. Control groups are so awesome. 1 button and all sorts of things can happen. So let's go ahead and raise up. And while we raise up, we will see the Kerbonite, or Kerbonaut, or Kerbalian, or something, whatever he is, the Kergyptian. We'll call him a Kergyptian. There he is, King Kergyp the First, or Third. He's got 3 little dots on his head. I'll call him the Third. Besides, being the first of anything is kind of dull. Being the third of something is kind of okay. I mean, you know, you're not the best, you're not the worst. You're just there. There he is. There he goes. With a big cracked smile on his face. It looks like he's smiling. This looks like the cracks are. It looks like he's smiling. But so there it is, and they have the giant wall in the back. And I do love how my lights are set up. I can actually see and point my lights at things. Totally awesome. Oop, oop, too far. I need to learn to control this thing. So there it is. I guess we can kind of take a look, kind of do a pass over in the back, I suppose. We can mosey forward a little bit while we still have lights on. And we'll do that. We'll just kind of mosey this way. So we have the main pyramid and the second pyramid. I'm not sure if these are set up in any specific way because the 4 pyramids are on the center one and then this pyramid. I don't know if that's supposed to be set up like any kind of celestial body or anything. Right now, as far as I know, there is nothing that looks like that celestially, unless that's supposed to be Kerbin and the moon, and then like I don't know what the 4 stars around the sides are. So who knows? Don't know. I am not sure. But now it is time to head north to our alternate destination, which of course is KSC. And once again, yeah, it looks like the ground has been broken there, and the sky is showing through. It is a gate to the underworld. No, we will ignore it though. We will ignore it for now though. So yeah, we're gonna head north to the KSC up north, and then from there we will check that out. And who knows? Maybe Milgan and Faramir will establish a base of operations there. I don't know. We'll have to see. So once again, I will see you guys once we get there, because we're going to head back up to 8,000 meters where our engines are most efficient. And then we're going to just haul booty until we get there. So yeah, I'll see you guys there. Alright everybody, we have discovered it. At least this is what I think it is. We got a little white dot there and what looks like a long whitish area, so I'm assuming this is what we've come to see. Still a little ways off. I think a little bit further off than we were the last time. So this time I am going to cut until we get closer. I think I'll cut it until we're about to come down for a landing, and then once we're there I will bring it down, and we can check out what's going on at the old or different or unused Kerbal Space Command. Woohoo! So I'll see you guys when we're super close. Alright everyone, here we are. That little lip you may or may not see on your screen right there is, I believe, the edge of what we're going for. And it's really low here, but I have my lights on, so we should be able to see the ground before we hit the ground. I hope. I guess I can kind of speed this up and burn a little extra battery power. We have enough, right? We got like over almost 8,000-ish. So we can burn a little extra power. It'll make us go up a little bit more, but because yeah, vertical speed is at 1 meter a second, but that's okay. Okay, whoa, oh, there it is. There it is. KSP, KSC2, I guess. Oh, well that's interesting. It looks like it's in a valley of some kind. Okay, odd, but we'll have to see when we get closer what that even means, or what that is. It doesn't look like there's any more than just the one building though. There's no runway. There's just the KSP building? Or I keep calling it KSP. It's KSC. It's Kerbal Space Center, not Kerbal Space Program. We're playing the program. That's the center, KSC. Like KFC, but with an S. Kentucky Shrimp Chicken? Something? I don't know. That joke, there's a joke there, but I can't make it, so I'll let somebody else do it. Let's go ahead and bring ourselves down a little bit. At 10.1-ish, 10.0-ish, okay. But yeah, that's interesting. It's like in it's in a valley of sorts, like a little divot. You got this long one here, and then the 2 sides, and then this long one here. I wonder if like the runway would go here. And then like the tracking station here, around here in the middle there. At least that's what I think. I mean, it's hard to tell. But then again, this KSC isn't being used. I don't know if this one was here for like debugging purposes, if this was supposed to be here for the original KSC, and like they decided to move it down over here, or maybe this is supposed to be like Cape Canaveral versus Houston. But why you'd have 2, I don't know. But hey, whatever. The fact that it's in a valley like this would make it extremely hard to come in for a good landing, I think. At least it would be for me. I can barely land on flat ground. Landing inside of a divot would be very bad for me. Okay, there's a launch platform. So it looks like we have a full-on launch facility and launch platform for spaceships. That's cool. I guess if you wanted to, you could land back here, like you know, like we're doing right now, like Melgen and Fermi are doing right now. But I don't think you can choose to take off from here. So yeah, I do know that there was a KSC building on the moon for a while. Can't really see it from here. There was a KSC building on the moon for a while, but they took it out in like 0.17, and I think it was there for debugging purposes. I think that's what it was there for. I don't know, but eventually in 0.17 they're like, yeah, we got rid of it. So you could fly to it. It didn't show up on any anomalies, and it wasn't a solid object. Like you would pass through it and stuff, but they eventually took it off, and they're like, yep, no more, not doing it anymore. So yeah, there's the sort of, there's the building there. So there's the launch building, and then there's the launch platform. So yeah, not entirely sure what they were planning on using this for, if anything at all. Maybe it's an old one from like a version I've never played, or something similar. Or maybe it's just one that's never been used ever. I'll just fly over the top, try not to bump into anything. Maybe it's something they'll use in the future in a later version. I honestly don't know. But this is the last non-monolithic anomaly on this on Kerbin. This is it. So let's go ahead and I guess we can land. I don't know if I want to land. I mean, we have landed previously, but there's really no reason to land at a copy of KSC, I think, because it's just another KSC. So yeah, there it is. Pretty far down there. We're what, 91 meters up? So yeah, it's pretty short, but it's there. Okay. I like how this thing controls too. It actually controls really well once you get used to it. But yeah, so here it is. So here's our last anomaly. So from here, we are absolutely going to the moon, which I think is in that direction-ish. Let's go take a look. Now that we're done, I mean, it is KSC. There's really nothing to explore, unfortunately. But we will be going to the moon next, and I'm pretty sure I saw it rising up over the horizon over there. But I could be wrong. Anyway, so because of that, I do have big plans for the moon. This is the last anomaly where we'll be exploring on Kerbin. I promise this time. There's nothing else to explore. So because of that, I know the moon's over there somewhere. I know it's over there somewhere. I think, or it's above us. It's got to be somewhere around in here. Oh, there. Oh, yeah, I'm looking for it. It's right there. Anyway, so because of that, I would like to thank you all for joining me for Kilobyte Short, Melgen and Fermi, on this Let's Play of Kerbal Space Program and our exploration of the final remaining non-monolithic anomalies on Kerbin. And then from here, we will be traveling to the moon, and I have like I said, I have big plans for the moon. Big plans for the moon. And it'll either turn out to be super awesome or a testament to things you're not supposed to do and should never ever do again. So we don't know. Some Kerbin may actually die in this next adventure. I'm hoping they won't, but it is a possibility. So once again, I would like to thank you for joining me, and I will see you next video.